Okay, it's been a week since I last uploaded, and when I finished this script, I saw that this was gonna be a relatively short video. So, let's change this. A double episode. Oh yeah. The first and second place of the poll, Ceratosaurus and Beipiaosaurus. I don't think I have to say that there are, you know, opinions. Anyway, let's get right into it, shall we? Also, a tiny little announcement. Next video I will be making my pterosaur prediction video, talking about what I would like to see with Sinopterus, Pteranodon and Quetzalcoatlus. If any one of you want to suggest something for them and me to talk about it in the video, please put it in the comments so I can read it, think about it, and then maybe I will put it in the video. With that out of the way, let's start. Ceratosaurus was a medium-sized theropod that lived between 153 to 148 million years ago in the late Jurassic in what is now North America, Africa, Europe, and Uruguay, making it an extremely widespread and successful dinosaur. Its size is hard to determine. The holotype was not a mature individual, and other specimens are hard to determine if they are from Sinacecornis or other species of Ceratosaurus. British paleontologist David B. Norman estimated a size of 6.1 meters in length, but one particularly large individual was estimated to measure 6.7 meters in length and between 418 and 670 kilos. This comes with a different species thing, but that's a different story. Its incredibly distinctive appearance and wide distribution has made Cerato a very popular dinosaur, appearing in documentaries like When Dinosaurs Roam America, this one, and also being in movies like Jurassic Park 3 and Fantasia. Funnily enough, even though Cerato is very popular, it has not that many appearances. Infinitely less than Allo, that's for sure. So, how's the in-game version fare? Cerato in Pro Extinction is weird. It weighs over a ton, maybe because it's based on Ceratosaurus dentisulcatus. However, all different species of Ceratosaurus are dubious at best, or maybe it's an Iggy situation, oversizing a dinosaur for balance issues. It's built like a Cerato, having its tall, billboard-like torso and proportionally big head and its horns. In terms of sound design, it's something, I guess. I mean, I like its aggro roar, but other than that, it's. You see, many dinos in this game have no broadcast roar. And I get it, dinos couldn't roar, but Cerato has the most underwhelming calls of the Morrison boys, as I like to call them. I mean, the roars sound nice, but they sound very bland compared to other dinosaurs. I even compared its calls to those of Carno. Not even kidding, they sound very similar. Anyways, continuing. What do you want me to say? Cerato is literally the best carnivore in the entire game, not even kidding. For 4000 amber, you get a fast, resistant, strong, and versatile dino that can thrive anywhere you go. And it's only slower than Beast and Carno. And I've killed both of those with Cerato, having a respectable 3.5 kilometers an hour. And remember, guys, there's a sprinting button that makes you go faster. It has 3300 health without counter resistances, making it very bulky for its size. It's a good swimmer, solitary, nocturnal, unaffected by rotting corpses, and does big damage. The only thing it can do is jump. And it's just so good, and you don't have to suffer the burden of socializing in a social Roblox game. So, in the tier list, it goes in good. The best carnivore in the game, unironically. And it will stay in the very top until we see a certain hybrid that is, in my opinion, better than Cerato. But that's the story for another video. Beipiaosaurus is a mid-sized pterosaurine theropod that lived in the early Cretaceous in between 130 and 125 million years ago in what is now Asia. Finally, a dino that isn't found in NA. Its size is something for debate because we only have 3 specimens of Beipi, believed to be subadults, not juveniles. But for what we know about the specimens, scientists have estimated a size of 2.2 meters in length and a weight of 27 kilos. It was the biggest dinosaur with evidence of feathers discovered until the discovery of Jotaranus, having long, downy feathers, and we also know its actual colors. Scientists have found melanosomes in baby's feathers, and they could find that they were a brownish tint, at least in the neck area. This dinosaur was one to basically confirm that pterosaurs were feathered, which is why we usually see its family with that plumage. And, of course, we can't mention a Therizinosaur without mentioning its long claws. It is a very important dino, but weirdly enough, we don't see it in media. The only one I could think of is the idol's portrayal, making it a semi-aquatic, dog-like creature. We see more often Segnosaurus, Notronicus, or Therizinosaur itself. So, how does the in-game version fare? Okay, so we see a tiny little problem with its design. A teensy weensy little detail that may whoosh over your head if you don't pay attention. Its color, of course. They decided to design it to resemble a penguin, which is something I really like, even though it's not accurate, like making a golden eagle with a peacock coloring. This doesn't bug me that much because it's cool that they wanted to make something different with it. And the Roman skin, I like to think it's like a nod to the real color of the animal. That's it, I guess. There's nothing else that is outlandish or something that some could say it's stupid. There's nothing else that can. What the am I looking at in here? Yeah, I think I should talk a little bit about the elephant in the room. They decided to make Beipi a 1 ton, almost 6 meter long animal. They say that it's a hypothetical size for an adult individual. However, does a 27 kilogram subadult can grow to a 1 ton adult? It's like me saying, yo guys, the Suku specimens we have are from subadults, which means that it's an 11-ton dinosaur. They didn't even make any of the growth stages have the young specimen size. Teen baby in game is 50 kilos, which is almost double the estimated size of the real animal. I mean, yeah, some studies suggest a much larger size for mature individuals, but a 46 time difference in size? And also, Beipi is a relatively basal Therizinosaurus, not even having 4 functional toes in its feet like many other moderate Therizinosaurs. So I press X for doubt. By the way, these size ranges are almost the exact same of Enigmosaurus, so if we end up discovering a mature individual in the future, then there will be a bigger problem. But what do I know, am I right? Anyways, in terms of sound, I like it a lot, using the sounds of a penguin giving an extremely distinctive and recognizable presence. Okay, so now a big difference between Cerato and Beipi. Cerato, in simple terms, is a generalist jack-of-all-trades dinosaur. Beipi is a specialized dino, a glass cannon. Let's say the cannon part first. Its damage is the highest for its size, 600 base for with almost other 600 of bleed, making an extremely hard-hitting chicken. Oh, and by the way, when Rise of Fall 1 released, Baby had a charged attack that basically made it capable of deleting from existence every dino in the game that didn't kill it first. It is relatively fast, or at least fast enough to escape from big carnivores. It's nocturnal, solitary, spawns in the upmost part of the map, so you have a very safe area away from predators, and can sustain extremely low temperatures, as well as being very affordable, costing only 30,000 amber. However, let's go and check the glass part of Beipi. And we're talking about thin, cheap glass. It has only a little bit more health compared to the Cerato, having 3200 base health and a 3520 effective health with armor, which sounds greater than Cerato, which has no armor by the way, but Baby has the worst set of resistances and weaknesses we've seen so far. Baby is weak to bite damage with blunt and crush subtype. Does anybody know which carnivore does bite type damage? Yeah. However, it's resistant to bleed damage from bite, pierce, and scratch. Speaking of scratch, it has a passive ability, Thick Coat, that grants it 50% reduction from any damage that has scratch subtype and immunity to toxins. You can just ignore this ability because there are no toxins in the game and the plants that supposedly cause them don't even have it yet. And the scratch damage. Unless you're planning to attack Ichthyos, Sucos, Spinos, and Dynamo Titans, forget about it. Basically, this ability is completely useless. Its low health, bad turning radius, and relatively slow movement speed made this a hard dino to survive as, especially in fight. Baby has this thing that should be an ability of its own, which is basically taking your opponent with you. However, with just a small amount of practice that you can easily get because it's easy to grow and easy to afford, you can easily kill many carnivores. But you're also easily spotted, which is something people really underestimate. Stealth. Baby is very bad at stealth and his skin doesn't help with it. Pure white in a forest, very tall, and even sitting down you have an upright posture, so you are not truly out of sight. Speaking of out of sight, beware of Carnos. I don't know how, and I don't know why, but Carno players have become better at baiting attacks, crippling, and, the most dangerous of all, ambushing. Being able to catch off guard and solo Beastas, Gigantoraptors, Alos, and of course, babies. Carnotaurus is the bane of your existence, even with its willingness to bleed. However, even with all of those shortcomings, Beipi is still a very good choice for new players looking for a challenging and rewarding dino that can destroy overconfident attackers you can run away from, and run away from dinos you can kill, even with bleed. It's cheap, you move freely through the map, and easy to grow. However, it has a much higher skill floor than other dinos, with lower amber cost. In the tier list, Baby goes in upper decent over Aloe. Although hard to use effectively, you are not damaged by, you know, bad teammates and does extremely high damage. But what do you guys think? Do you think Cerato is the best carnivore in the game? And are you fine with Baby's placement? Put it in the comments below, as well as what dino should I rank next. Have a good one, and El Pingüino Mamey.